That's smart. Ooh, that was not planned.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
"33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. Now they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that...
Well, he tries to force it in and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. That streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Now a first down carry for Harris. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Room here to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack.
6 yards left on 2nd down. back to throw. Strong. And this one is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. It's taken to the 26. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it? He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Strong. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Looking to throw. Strong. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10.
88. Inside.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers setting up the screen. Harris. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Strong. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Tampa Bay. Back to throw. Strong. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. From the gun again to Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Strong. That's complete. Mike Strong with it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, Strong buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And that is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Josh Jacobs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Colby Wadman to punt. And he fields it cleanly. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard. And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense
offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Looking to throw. Strong. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll drop this one down to mix it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Rodgers going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll be out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Again, it's Harris. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Harris will score. Touchdown, Packers. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Strong. Got an open man. It's Strong. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves its sticks. Throwing on first down. Strong looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bucs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Okay, ready? 15, right here.
Throwing to start the drive. Strong. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going between his ears right now. It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, he's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this, because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 34 yards. And the Buccaneers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And they take a knee. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to...
And now here is another interception. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Tampa Bay, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.